Good evening to all of you. How are you all? Hope you all are doing good today. Good to see that there are 9 students in the class today. So today's class is on topic total quality management. This is our first class on this particular subject. Me fine, Surjit, me fine. You tell, how are you? So our today's class is on total quality management. Topics which we are covering in today's class is strategy, quality planning, awareness of total quality management, implementation of total quality management, key elements of total quality management, obstacles to TQM implementation, customer focus in quality management. So why there is a requirement of a quality management team? Just to ensure that whatever product we are developing or whatever product we are producing, whether the quality is there in that product or not. If there are some quality parameters through which the product has to pass through, and that's why a quality management team is set up. So just to ensure that whether your product is meeting the quality of the customers or not. So that is the basic requirement of the quality management team, to ensure that your product, the product which you have made by your production unit, whether it is meeting up the quality to the customer's requirement or customer demands or not. That is the basic. From there comes the concept of total quality management. Now let us see one by one. The slides in which the things will be more clear. So in this lecture we'll be seeing what is quality, the total quality approach, the 2 views of quality, elements of total quality, and the dominant cycle, gerund's contributions, cross-bias contribution, Six Sigma concept, and the future of quality management, which we are seeing in this particular PPT. Let us start. So what is quality? That means we have set certain standards, and whether we are meeting that standards or not. That is the definition of a quality. So performance to the standard expected by the customer or the end user. That is the quality. Then general service administration, meeting the customer's needs the first time and every time. Bowing means providing customers with products and services that consistently meet their needs and expectations. Then doing the right thing right the first time, always striving for improvement and always satisfying the customer. Then quality can be defined in terms of the agent, who is the judge of the quality. So that means, to explain quality best, is we have set certain Prabha, you don't see the PPT? Is there anybody who is facing the problem in seeing the PPT which I have shared? Okay. Prabha, check it at your end. Yes. So quality is, you have set certain standards, or there is a certain standard which is being required by the customer end, and whether you are satisfying that, whether you are meeting that standard or not. That is the quality. Then quality involves meeting or exceeding customer expectations. Quality applies to products, services, people, processes, and environments. Quality is an ever-changing state. That is, what is considered quality today may not be good enough to be considered quality tomorrow. So quality is something which is flexible, which is not freezed, which is dynamic in nature, which keeps on changing as per the time requirement or as per the requirements. So quality is a dynamic state associated with products, services, people, process and environment that meets or exceeds expectations. Okay, clear to all? Okay, moving ahead. Now let us see the total quality approach. So total quality is an approach to doing business that attempts to maximize the competitiveness of an organization through the continual improvement of the quality of its products, services, people, processes and environments. That means total quality is required just to ensure that whether you are maximizing the competitiveness of your organization through continual improvement of the quality of its products, services, people, processes and environments. If you keep on increasing your quality standards, if you keep on increasing your service, if you are giving quality services, if you have a quality people, if you have a good quality process, if you have a good quality environment, if you have everything is good, definitely it will going to improve your business and it will maximize the competitiveness of your organization. That is what is meant by the total quality. When we talk of total quality, that means we want quality in each and every field of your organization. That means we want quality in whatever we do, whatever activities we carry out in our organization. That is meant by the total quality approach. Okay, so customer focuses is on measures, people and process. What is the measures? SPC, benchmarking, quality tools. People, quality is built in, quality is expected not inspected, employees are empowered. Process, continual improvement and good enough is never enough. So that is the customer focus part. Okay, clear to all? Okay, Rashid is asking what is SPC. Just a second. SPC is statistical process control. So SPC is basically it's a standard methodology for measuring and controlling quality during the manufacturing process. That is the statistical process control. I will just share it with you. Just a second. Give me a second. Just go through your chat box, everybody. So SPC is a statistical process control. It's an industry standard methodology for measuring and controlling quality during the manufacturing process. Whether the product which you are manufacturing, just to ensure the quality part, it is a quality monitoring process. Okay. Okay, now moving ahead. So the total quality what are the characteristics of the total quality? It's strategically based, customer focus, that means internal customer as well as external, obsession with quality, scientific approach to decision making and problem solving, long-term commitment, teamwork, continual process improvement, education and training, freedom through control, unity of purpose, employee involvement and empowerment. That is the total quality approach. And moving ahead, this particular slide shows you the historical development of the total quality approach. That means the first time quality approach was first started in the year 1911, and from that it has gone to 2001. So this tells us about the history. We do not want to go into this step. Now let us see the Japanese strategies for total quality management, how they manage the total quality approach. The upper managers personally take charge of leading the revolution. All levels and functions undergo training in managing for quality. Quality improvement should be taken at a continuing revolutionary pace. The workforce is enlisted in quality improvement through the quality control concept. So this is the Japanese strategy. That means the person who are sitting at the top managerial level generally takes a charge or heads from the front or is the leader. Second, all levels and functions undergo training in managing for quality. All the levels from lower level to middle level to higher level, all levels undergo a training program for managing the quality part. So third is the quality improvement should be taken at a continuing revolutionary pace. That means at each and every level of developing of the product, they used to ensure the quality improvement part. That means quality is the major concern what they are. That means whatever product they are developing, what is the quality of that. Fourth is the workforce is invested in quality improvement through quality control concept. So whoever is being associated with the quality team, quality control team is only associated with them through the quality control concept. So this is the Japanese strategy to ensure the total quality approach. Now there are two views of quality. One is the total traditional view and second is the total quality view. What is the traditional view? Process performance is equal to defective parts per 100 produced. Here in quality, process performance is equal to defective parts per million produced. Traditional focused on after the fact inspections of products, continuous improvement of products, processes and people. Then employees are passive workers who follow orders. Employees are empowered to think and make recommendations. One improvement per year per employee, at least 10 improvements per employee per year. Focuses on short-term profits and focuses on long-term profits and continual improvement. So this is the traditional view which we used to follow earlier. Nowadays we are following the total quality view. Why it is called as Japanese strategies? There is nothing specific as such. It is called as Japanese strategies because Japanese from the very starting point they used to whatever products they used to manufacture or make, so they ensure the quality part. They ensure that whatever product they are manufacturing, whether the quality of that product is good or not. So that's why it's just a notion, nothing else. Japanese strategies, nothing is specific as such. But that's a good question. I'll inquire and then I'll let you know. Just a second, let me Google it and come to know that. Just a second, I'll let you know. It's a good question. See, I'm just sharing the history part from the Wikipedia of total quality management. So just for your information, just if you can go through this, in the late 1970s and early 1980s, this is the Wikipedia part from the total quality management. So in the late 1970s and early 1980s, the developed countries of North America and Western Europe suffered economically in the face of stiff competition from Japan's ability to produce high quality goods at competitive cost for the first time since the start of the Industrial Revolution. Then further, what has gone? Where it has gone? Just a second. Then the United Kingdom became a net importer of finished goods. The United States undertook its own soul researching, expressed more pointedly in the television broadcast of the Japan Can, Why Can't We? Firms begin to re-examine the techniques of quality control invested over the past 50 years and how those techniques had been so successfully employed by the Japanese. So basically we are talk of the Japanese way because Japan is the first country who have started working on total quality management even before the European countries and North American countries started to. So that means, that's why here it is written that if Japanese can look at the quality part, why can't we look at the quality part? So that's why we say that the Japanese strategy is, because it is one of the oldest strategies of managing total quality management. Okay? Okay, Jiju? Okay. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So let us see the elements of the total quality. So it's strategically based. First, comprehensive strategic plan with following elements: vision, mission, broad objectives and following activities. Provide sustainable competitive advantage in the marketplace. Second, customer focus. Customer is the driver. External customers define the quality of the product or service delivered. Second, internal customers define the quality of the people, processes and environment associated with the products or services. Then, obsession with the quality. All personnel at all levels approach all aspects of the job from the perspective of how can we do this better. Good enough is never good enough. That means we should, whenever we are developing anything, we should, nowadays there is a quality team. That means every time they monitor the whatever quality they are. If there is a, anything is not built in one day. We build in parts. First part is built, then we will check the quality. Then we will do the quality assessment whether whatever part we have developed, whether it is up to the mark or not. If it is certified by the quality team to go ahead, then we build the second part. Again we do the quality analysis. If it is again approved by the quality team, then we go to the third part, build the third part. Again we do the quality analysis. So this is how in parts we build the products, and simultaneously we keep on doing the quality analysis or quality check, just to ensure that whatever product we are building, whether we are going on the right track or not, whether we are creating the product as per the requirement of the customer or not. So that is what is meant here is good enough is never enough. You have to keep monitoring whatever you are creating or developing. Then scientific approach to the total quality. Hard data are used in establishing benchmarks, monitoring performance and making improvements. Decision making and problem solving is based on scientific principles. Moving ahead. Long-term commitment. Quality improvement is not another engagement, innovation, but a whole new way of doing business that requires an entirely new corporate culture. Teamwork, internal competitiveness versus external competitiveness. Third is the continual process improvement. Continually improve systems where products are developed and services are delivered by people. These are all the elements of the total quality. Education and training. Best way to improve people on a continual basis. Train hardworking people how to work smart. freedom through control, involving and empowering employees to simultaneously bring more minds to bear on the decision making process and increase the ownership employees feels about the decisions that are made. Well planned and carried out controls, not loss of management control. So this is again the very important part, that means freedom must be given to the employees so that whatever creative and innovative ideas they are having, they should try to implement those particular ideas. So that is the freedom part, but it should also be looked after by the management team so that whatever freedom is being given, the employees should not misuse the freedom. So they should use it constructively and not destructively. That is what is meant here, is the freedom to control, just to bring out the creative, innovative and passionate skills within the employees. Then unity of purpose. Internal politics have no place in a total quality organization, rather collaboration is the norm. Unity of purpose has nothing to do with labor unions. Basis for involving employees: first, to increase the likelihood of a good decision or a better plan, to promote ownership of decisions by involving the people who will have to implement them. Empowerment means not just involving people but involving them in ways that give them a real voice. So that is again the further elements of total quality. One is the unity of purpose, that means politics has no part to play in the total quality. Then employees involvement and empowerment also helps us in enriching the quality of the product which we are developing, because if one employee is working on something, and if a group of people are working or group of employees are working on certain things, definitely it will going to make a difference in the result which we want to obtain. Okay, clear to all? Okay, so just I can play a small video for you first, then we can move ahead. Okay, so you all enjoy this video on total quality management. It's a short video which sums up that if you want to establish an environment of total quality management in your company, you have to look at every perspective of your company, and just you need to ensure quality in your working style, in your attitude, in every aspect, in your policies, in your customer dealing approaches, in your making strategies, everything you have to ensure quality. Only then you can use the total quality management to its fullest. This is not the important part. That we should not. So the successful organizations avoid these errors: senior management delegation and poor leadership, team mania, deployment process, taking a narrow dogmatic approach, confusion about the differences among education, awareness, inspiration, and skill building. So these kind of, the successful organization must avoid these kind of errors. Then comes the Six Sigma concept, a 6-step protocol for process improvement. Identify the product characteristics wanted by the customers. Classify the characteristics in terms of their criticality. Determine if the class characteristics are controlled by parts and or processes. Determine the maximum allowable tolerance for each classified characteristic. Determine the process variation for each classified characteristic. Change the design of the product, process, or both to achieve a Six Sigma process performance. What is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is an extension of total quality management, which has the aim of taking process and product quality to levels where all customer requirements are met. How is Six Sigma achieved? By improving process performance, or without improving the process at all if the specifications describing acceptable product can be loosened enough to correspond to the original process, plus minus sigma points. So the duty of the Six Sigma people is to ensure that whether the quality was to improve the process performance, and whether also to ensure that whether the total quality management is being met in the company or not, whether whatever standards they have set up in the company, whether that is being met out or not. That is also the requirement of these people. That's why lot of ISO certifications is being achieved by the company or done by the company. What does it mean? That international standard organization has certified that this particular company is eligible to be given the Six Sigma certificate, because they are ensuring the quality in whatever work they are doing. That is the, so Six Sigma professionals just go to the organizations, do an audit, ensure that whether whatever process is being met out in the company is up to mark or not, the quality of services they are providing to the customers is up to mark or not. So the quality of people, if you have the quality of the people working in the organization is good or not, whether they are maintaining decorum in the office or not, whether they are following rules and regulations of the companies or not. So these are all the responsibilities of the Six Sigma people. Okay, clear to all? Yes, it's act like a quality control department. So some companies have their own quality control department. Some companies which do not have their internal quality department, so they call an external quality department people. So the future of the quality management, future trends demanding global customers, shifting customers' expectations, opposing economic pressures, and new approaches to management. These are the future trends of quality management. Then quality management characteristics for the future: a total commitment to continually increasing value for customers, investors, and employees; a firm understanding that quality is defined by customers, not the company; a commitment to leading people with a bias for continuous improvement and communication; a recognition that sustained growth requires the simultaneous achievement of 4 objectives all the time, forever: customer satisfaction A, cost leadership, effective human resource and integration with the supplier base. So these are all the quality management characteristics for the future. Clear to all? Just moving ahead. So this brings us to the end of this slide. Any questions, any queries regarding this, or we can move on to the next slide. Anybody of you? Okay, so we'll move on to the next slide. Now let us see the 8 elements of total quality management. What are the 8 elements of total quality management? In ensuring the success of total quality, 8 elements. So total quality management is a management approach that originated in 1950s and has steadily becomes more popular since the early 1980s. Total quality is a description of the culture, attitude and organization of a company that strives to provide customers with products and services that satisfy their needs. Then to be successful implementing total quality management, an organization must concentrate on the 8 key elements. First, ethics. Second, integrity, trust, training, teamwork, leadership, recognition and communication. These are the 8 important key elements to ensure total quality management in your organization. Elements of total quality management. These elements can be divided into 4 groups according to their functions. The groups are foundation, building bricks, binding mortar and roof. Foundation includes ethics, integrity and trust. Building bricks include training, teamwork and leadership. Binding mortar includes communication. Roof includes recognition. So these are the 8 key elements which is divided into 4 groups, which is foundation, building bricks, binding mortar and roof. So communication, integrity and ethics, leadership, teamwork, training and recognition. At every phase you require communication. Whether you are talking of integrity and ethics, leadership, teamwork, training, recognition, everywhere you are requiring communication. So what are the 8 elements of total quality management? Foundation. Total quality management is built on a foundation of ethics, integrity and trust. It fosters openness, fairness and sincerity and allows involvement by everyone. This is the key to unlocking the ultimate potential of total quality management. These 3 elements move together, however, each element offers something different to the total quality management concept. Then comes the ethics part. Ethics, as you all know, is a discipline concerned with good and bad in any situation. It is a two-faceted subject represented by organizational and individual ethics. Organizational ethics establish a business code of ethics that outlines guidelines that all employees are to adhere to in the performance of their work. Last is individual ethics, include personal rights or wrongs. That means ethics is how you behave in your organization, how you talk to other people in the organization, what is your attitude, how you take your job. So that is all sum up to the ethics part. Then integrity means your honesty, your moral values, your fairness, your adherence to the facts and sincerity. The characteristics is what customers expect and deserve to receive. People see the opposite of integrity as duplicity. Total quality management will not work in an atmosphere of duplicity. Then trust. Trust is a very important part. Trust is a byproduct of integrity and ethical conduct. Without trust, the framework of total quality management cannot be built. Trust fosters full participation of all members. It allows empowerment that encourages pride, ownership, and it encourages commitment. It allows decision making at appropriate levels in the organization. Trust is essential to ensure customer satisfaction. So trust builds the cooperative environment essential for total quality management. So these are the 8 elements of total quality management. So trust is a very important part. If I have trust on you, I'll teach you well. If you people have trust on me, you will keep on attending my classes. So that's a trust factor. If I have trust on you, I'll give you the good knowledge. If you have trust on me, you will give me good amount of money. So that is trust. This is what trust is talking about here. Bricks. Bricks, you all know, all our houses are made of bricks. So bricks are the foundation part. So basing on the strong foundation of trust, ethics and integrity, bricks are placed to reach the roof of recognition. It includes training. Training, you all know. Then teamwork is required within the organization. Then quality improvement teams or excellent teams. Then problem solving teams are there. The natural work teams are there. Leadership is required. I am just moving on fast because you are all aware about this term leadership, teamwork. I have already covered these terms in previous classes which we have done. Binding motor is the communication part. What is the communication part? If I want to establish a relationship with my company and another company, we need something to bind. How we can bind? By communication. If I think you are from UAE, you people are from UAE, I am from India. What is the binding? How we are binding? Through communication. I am communicating with you. So communication is the binding motor which binds people from different regions, from different cultures, from different backgrounds. So it's the binding motor. So communication is also plays a vital part. So this we have already seen in the executive communication class. There are 2 ways of communication: downward communication and upward communication. What is the downward communication? Any communication which is happening from the top management to lower management is a downward communication. If you remember the down arrow which I have drawn in my previous classes, I have written CEO, then general manager, then chief manager and all those stuff. So that is the downward communication. Upward means going from down to up. That is the upward communication. Then sideways communication is the horizontal communication. Roof means if everything is right in place, if you have trust, if you have integrity, then it's easy to build the roof, that means you are recognized. If you are providing the quality, if you that means if you are fulfilling all the. So just a second, let me go back to the first slide again. So recognition is the seventh part. If you have integrity, if you have trust, if you have training, if you have teamwork, if you have leadership, if you have all these qualities first, if you have all these qualities first, then automatically company will get the recognition. So first we need to have ethics, integrity, trust, training, teamwork and leadership. Only after that recognition comes. So coming back to our slide, we are on this slide. We are on slide number binding mortar. We have seen this. We have seen communication. We have seen. Yes. So we are on the roof part. So roof is the recognition. Recognition is the last and final element in the entire system. It should be provided for both suggestion and achievement for teams as well as individuals. Employees strive to receive recognition for themselves and their teams. Detecting and recognizing contributors is the most important job of a supervisor. As people are recognized, there can be a huge changes in self-esteem, productivity, quality, and the amount of efforts exerted to the task at hand. That is the root part, recognition part. Suppose if I have a very good recognition as a teacher, for example, I have a very good recognition as a teacher. So if I have a very good recognition as a teacher, that means I am very much having a self-esteem. I am very much productive. The quality which I am offering in my classes is very, very good, and the amount of effort which I am exhausting in taking the classes is also very good. If I have all these qualities, definitely I'll be a very recognized teacher. Similarly, in case of companies or corporate offices also, if they are providing the good services to the customers, if their working culture is very good, if their employees are very good, if their salary package is very good, so definitely the company will be recognized. That is what is meant by the recognition here. Okay, clear to all? Okay, so conclusion, we can conclude that these 8 elements are key in ensuring the success of total quality management in an organization, and that the supervisor is a huge part in developing these elements in the workplace. Without these elements, the business entities cannot be successful total quality management implementers. It is very clear from the above discussion that total quality management without involving integrity, ethics and trust would be a great remiss. In fact, it would be incomplete. So training is the key by which the organization creates a total quality management environment. So this brings us to the end of this slide also. Clear to all? Let us play one more video for you. Shall I play one more video for you? Then we can move on to the class again.
Are you constantly finding yourself behind at work or school? Do you arrive at the end of the day and realize you've accomplished nothing on your to-do list? Well, odds are you're not very good at time management. And that is not doing your psychological health any favors. In fact, a study published in Work and Stress found that workers who didn't productively manage their time felt less in control of their lives. Here's the good news. you can get better. Paying attention to how you spend your time will help you manage it more effectively, and we're going to help you learn how to do just that. Today on Wellcast, we're going to get you in control of your day with our RACK method: recording, analyzing, and changing. 3 easy steps to great time management. Pause and print a copy of our handy Wellcast day planner. Finish printing? Let's dive in. Step 1. Recording. When you wake up tomorrow, note the time in your day planner. As the day progresses, write down everything that you do. Yes, we mean everything. The 10 minutes you spent getting dressed, the half day of productive work, the hours you spent between social networking sites, we mean it all. Keep this up from the time you wake up until you go to sleep. Step 2. Analyzing. At the end of the day, go through the schedule and highlight any chunks of time that you don't feel were used productively. Pick out your 5 biggest time wasters in your day. Be honest with yourself. You spent a half an hour by the coffee machine talking to your coworker. You spent an hour on Facebook, and you stared into space for 20 minutes. Come on, you get the picture. Especially focus on the time wasters at work. Why? A study published by the British Medical Journal says that workplace stress is minimized by effective time management. It also says that workplace stress bleeds over into home life and undermines a relaxed life at home. Here's the ugly part. Add up all the time you wasted. How much productive time did you blow on activities that got you no results? Step 3, changing. Now it's time to come up with a way to get that time back. Here are 3 ways to change your time-wasting habits and become a better time manager. Prioritize. To-do lists are a really effective way to manage your time and your priorities. Limit the number of tasks you have on this list to 5 and assign rankings to them in order of importance. Declutter. Not only is decluttering great for your health, but you won't waste time digging around piles of stuff to find that one piece of paper that you really need. Check out our Wellcast on Clutter for some helpful tips on lightening your load. Schedule. Hey, we all try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but odds are multitasking will actually just stress you out and delay you even more. Instead, set aside blocks of time for individual activities. For each activity, set start and stop points. This way your day is cleanly segmented. Then stick to this schedule. Try going 1 week using these tips to reduce your wasted time. At the end of a week, go figure out where you've improved your time management skills and how much time you've saved. Let's recap. Today you learned how to manage your time better by using our Wellcast RACK method. You recorded, analyzed, and hopefully changed how you use your time. And you did this by learning how to prioritize your most important tasks, declutter your workspace to save you time, and you learned how to build yourself an effective schedule to block out your day. Hey, how did RACK work for you? We want to hear how much time you were wasting and how much you're saving now. Tweet us at WatchWellcast, email us at watchwellcast@gmail.com, or leave a comment down below. We'll see you next time.
Did you all enjoy this video on time management? Okay, now moving back to the class. So quality management, creating a customer focus. So achieving organizational success. And this picture will be little bigger anyhow. Just moving ahead. Picture is very small. So creating a customer focus. Nothing focuses the mind better than the constant sight of a competitor who wants to wipe off you off the map. Then there is no resting place for an enterprise in a competitive economy. So leadership, strategic planning, customer and market focus, measurement analysis and knowledge management, workforce focus, process management and results. But we will focus on the customer and market focus part. So customer and market focus, customer and market knowledge. How do you use customer and market knowledge? Describe how your organization determines requirements, need, expectations and preferences of customers and markets to ensure the continuing relevance of your products and services and to develop new opportunities. That means you are continually exploring the new customers, you are continually exploring the markets, you are continuously exploring what customers think, what type of products they want, what type of enhancements they want in the existing product. So that is all about the customer and market focus. That means you are continuously focusing. Customer and market focus means you are continuously focusing on the market, what is going on in the market, what new things are there in the market, what new things you can build, what customer wants in the market, what enhancements they want in the market. That is basically meant by the customer and market focus. Moving ahead, customer. How do we ensure that our strategic plans and our leadership focus on what is important to the customer and the market? How do we create an unwavering focus on the customer? Then creating, why bother? Business environment is extremely competitive. Today's consumers demand quality more than ever before. Consumers are more willing to switch from company to company and not just to get a better price. They will switch for better service, reliability, accessibility, courtesy and so on. Why bother? It is significantly cheaper to retain existing customers than to attract new ones. Our competitors are gaining, it's not getting any easier. How do customers define quality? Quality is a customer determination which is based on customers' actual experience with the product or services measured against his or her requirements, stated as or unstated, conscious or merely sensed, technically operational or entirely subjective. So that we have already seen the definition of the quality part before. How do we customers define the value? What is the difference between satisfaction and perceived value? This all things is almost mean the same. The basic focus on about this particular slide or PPT is we have to focus on customer as well as we have to focus on market. What is going on in the market? What is the customer requirement is there? So this all PPT revolves around this particular slide. Okay, clear to all? Shall we move on to the next part? Nothing new in this PPT as such. Now let us see what are the obstacles to the total quality management. So this part we have seen. I'll tell you what obstacles are there. This already we have seen. We have already seen this traditional approach and the total quality management approach. So let us see this diagram. It's an important diagram. So in yellow you'll see the customer's expectations concerning a product or service. Then its experience is related to the previous experience, words of mouth communication which he has or she has with the company, image of product or service. Then customers' perceptions concerning the product or service, the actual product or service, management's concept of the product service. It starts from here basically. The management's concept of product or service, then organization's specification of quality, the actual product or service, customer's perception of product and service, then customer's expectations concerning the product or service, customer's own specification quality. So there is a gap analysis is there which is being carried out at all the levels. So the gap, this is the quality analysis. You'll see the gap 1, you'll see gap 2, you'll see gap 3, gap 4. So these gaps, what are these gaps? These gaps are, that means there is some lacking in quality is there. So just to fill up this quality, just to fill up this gap, first you need to identify this gap through gap model. Then after identifying this gap, you will be filling this gap through total quality management. That is the basis of this diagram. So continuous involvement, improvement, you all know, see there is never end to learning something new, to developing something new, to improve something. That is the continuous improvement thing. Then let us see the obstacles to implementing total quality management. What are the obstacles? What are the hurdles are there? Lack of a company-wide definition of quality, lack of a formalized strategic plan for change, lack of a customer focus, poor inter-organizational communication, lack of real employee empowerment, lack of employee trust in senior management, few of the quality programs as a quick fix, drive for short-term financial results, political and tough issues. So these are all the obstacles to implementing total quality management. Okay, just go through it once, everybody. Okay, clear to all this obstacles to implementing TQM slide? What about others? Rajiv says yes, Praveen says yes, Monachen says yes, Kamla says yes, Sunil says yes, Jiju says yes, Prabha says yes, Kashan says yes. Okay, great. So let us see some of the criticisms of total quality management. Blind pursuit of TQM programs. Programs may not be linked to strategies. These are some of the criticisms which some people have. Quality related decisions may not be tied to market performance. Failure to carefully plan a program. So see, all these things are interrelated. Leadership is related to strategic and planning. Strategic and planning is related to customer and market focus. Then human resource focus is related to process management. Business is related to human resource and process management. The leadership is related to organizational profile, environment, relational and challenges. The leadership is related to measurement, analysis and knowledge management, which is further related to business results. So this is the integrated framework which covers every aspect of the organization. So this is a continual improvement of the quality management system. How? This you see the organization part. Management responsibility, resource management, product realization, measurement analysis and improvement. Then customers and other interested parties. Requirements. First the requirements is being given by the customers to the team. Once the requirement is being given by the customers to the company, the product realization team, then the product, these all the documents and managing part, resource part, measurement part, improvement part and development part is being carried out by the company. Once it is being carried out by the company, the product is finalized as per the requirement given by the customer. Once the product is finalized, this product is further given to the customer, and if the customer is satisfied with the product, he pays the money and takes the product. That is the quality management system continual improvement cycle. If he is not satisfied with the product, what he will do? He will again give the product to the measurement analysis and improvement team. Again this cycle will flow. And again, if all the necessary changes and modifications once are made in the product, again the product is being handed over to the customer. Unless and until he is fully and finally satisfied with the product will go through this particular cycle. Okay, clear? Do you all understand the diagram, what I want to say to you? Okay. So this is the leadership part. Leadership is enabled by people, policy and strategy, partnership and resources, which again further leads to process. From process, it comes people results, customer results, society results, finally which sums up to key performance results. So these are the enablers and these are the results. So TQM is a way of working. It involves everyone. It high prominence on customer awards based upon TQM. So this is about the obstacles to total quality management. Okay, this brings us to the end of this slide also. Any queries, any clarifications till now? Anybody? So we have some other slides also. Let us see if we have something new in these slides. If the slides are same as the earlier slides, then these are all the same things which we have already seen. Nothing is new to these slides. We have seen this slide also. We have gone through this slide also. It's almost the same everything. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our today's class on total management, total quality management. Hope you have enjoyed today's class. It's a very, very important lecture of today. We have covered a lot of things in today's class. I've shared lot of contents with you. So hope you have all